I'm Dan Wolf. Laura has the night off. Thanks for joining us. And that blown over semi is just one of many problems caused by this powerful storm tonight. Those strong winds also helped push a wildfire right through a portion of Hibbing today. According to Minnesota 511, authorities responded to flames right off Highway 169 near the Mitchell Bridge about 1:15 this afternoon. And crews are still cleaning up as we speak after battling those flames for most of the afternoon. Northern News Now's Michaela Wrench has been on scene for hours for us. Michaela, what's the latest?
Yeah, Dan, I'm standing along Highway 169 where earlier today a fire sparked and got within feet of a nearby building. Crews have left the scene, but if you look closely, you can see the damage the fire left under the trees and on the property. The fire started early this afternoon and has been burning near Highway 169 near the Mitchell Bridge, where it's knocked down some power lines. Traffic was slowed or stopped for a time on Highway 169 as crews fought the flames from the ground and the air. No buildings have burned and none are threatened at this hour. Some of the fire made its way into a salvage yard, igniting several small pieces of tires, creating a large dark smoke cloud. Hibbing Fire, the DNR, and 13 other departments are helping fight the fire. The strong winds are obviously fueling flames and making it tough to fight. Corey Hodge, the manager of the C&L Distributing, said he got a call around 1 p.m. from the secretary saying that there was a forest fire approaching the building.
It's been one fire truck fleet after another. I think the entire Iron Range is up here. The smoke's been really bad. They're currently battling multiple tire fire piles from the junkyard that used to be back on that property.
The fire got within feet of the building. Hodge says that he thinks the water runoff that permanently damaged the grass around the building is what prevented it from getting any closer. Hodge says that he's grateful that there was no damage to the building and that everyone is safe. Again, crews have left the scene and the fire is under control.
All right, no doubt that rain that's falling on you right now, Michaela, is at least helping the fire situation across the area. Michaela Wrench reporting live for us from Hibbing. Thank you, Michaela.